All right, guys, so we're out here in one of our smaller properties in Northwest Arkansas. It's not actually that small, but the huntable portions of it are very small. Last year, if you guys remember, came in here, this was all overgrown, talking 10, 15 foot of briars and saplings, and finally, for the first time in 2 years, got in here and I worked it. I came in and cut down a bunch, got in with the tractor, pushed up a bunch, and then we planted it with a wide variety of brassicas and wheat and rape and turnip and everything in it from killer food plots, and it did outstanding. We had deer after deer after deer in this thing, tons of bucks. There was, if you wanted to come to a place to see a lot of deer and a lot of bucks every single hunt, this was a spot. Well, we came back in. I didn't do anything this spring. I was hoping there would be some clover still come back, but it's mainly all grasses. You got quite a few thistles, which I'm not excited about, and a lot of weeds. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to clean this up. Our main focus is that we're going to really focus on the perimeter of this food plot. So we want to increase the amount of bedding and the transition area coming into here. You get right into mature timber. There's a lot of younger trees on here that have a very tight grouping with a very full canopy, so there's no vegetation down low. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the chainsaw. We've got the tort on. We're going to get in there and spray it and kill them, basically promote the grasses and forbs and the edge habitat coming into this food plot. We're going to make an area over here that's going to really connect some of the adjoining properties that are across the road. We're going to clear a path that way to kind of make a really easy path to get this food plot. A lot of deer come from across the road, and we're just going to help them out a little bit. But mainly we're going to get in here, we're going to brush hog this food plot, just keep it maintained for now. Later in the summer we'll come through, we'll kill it. Yeah, I've got the seeds from like the thistles, which I'm not excited about. We're going to go ahead and brush hog them down, and when we come in, we'll probably do a couple of treatments of Roundup just to start killing that the seed base and the whatever's growing in here a couple of times to really try to eliminate it as much as possible. Next year we'll come in a little earlier and get a handle on that, and we'll probably have more of a spring summer food plot in here. But we're going to get this to the spot that we're just going to maintain it right now. Like I said, I've got Brian and I've got Eli here that are going to help out. We'll probably have somebody running around on the tractor, some of us spraying, some of us chainsawing, and we're going to get a lot of work done today. So I'm excited because this property has so many deer, and you see so many deer hunting here. I can't wait to just improve the surrounding areas and hold these deer a little bit closer to this food plot and see what happens this fall. So here we are, we made it to the timber. I want to show you guys a few things that we're going to be working on here and why we're going to be working here. So this butts right up to the food plot. As you can tell, it's pretty much a biological desert in there. You got this mature canopy underneath. You have literally rocks, a few things of saplings and some grasses, and very little of anything in here. And you can imagine what it's going to look like this fall when everything's gone dormant. There's going to be absolutely no cover right here, and so we're seeing the deer come from far away to get on this really nice piece of property, which it should be staying right here. It should be thick, and it's thick in areas, but we're fixing to make this thick. So we're going to come in, got a lot of sassafras in here, you got a lot of post oak in here, and we're going to cut them down, and we're going to allow those to be sprayed. We're probably going to spray about 50%. Now the thing about the sassafras that's really cool, deer absolutely love the regenerational growth that you get from there. They love eating sassafras, and it grows really, really quickly. So if we cut these off at the base, we're probably going to get 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of growth, possibly even this year, off of them. So we're going to come in, we're probably going to spray half of the sassafras, that way it doesn't get too thick, but it will provide some instant cover, instant forage. And then we're going to take out some of these post oaks and some of these blackjacks and the cedars in here, and it's going to make a world of difference right up next to this food plot. just to prove my point, this is a little sprig of sassafras. And you can see it is devoured all the way up. Deer browsed on it, they browsed on the leaves where there's literally nothing. Basically, it's a tree that had died, and you got the regeneration growth there. And so it's exactly why we're leaving 50% of this. This is from this season. And you can imagine if it had sunlight, now it's starting to, because I've already started clearing in here, this would grow probably 3 or 4 foot, give a lot of browse, give a lot of cover for quickly allowing cover to be here on this hillside. So besides just the trees that we're laying over. So there you go. Proved my point right there. All right, guys, well, we wrap things up. As you can tell, I'm changed. My hat's still soaked. We had a surprise rain shower come in here, and it was a gully washer for sure. It rained pretty dang hard, big drops for a long time. Got me drenched. We got all the work done that I really wanted to get done. I would have liked to have done a little bit more, but I'm worn out. We got this top food plot all brush hogged. Went through, did a lot of TSI and did some edge feathering here. And in one of these areas where we're trying to draw some of these deer that come from the other properties, we just want an easy travel route. We were able to go in there, knock down some briars that even with me on the tractor, they were still 5 foot, if not more, taller than me on the tractor. Cleared out a shooting lane that goes right directly to the redneck soft side ghillie blind that we've got there. We got this spy point that I've left out here. It's a cellular version of theirs, and went through, put new batteries in, and it went full bars. So we're ready to go. We're gonna put out some mineral, refresh that, and then we're gonna let this just sit. We'll come back in here later this summer. We'll spray this down a few times, get in here and work it with our RTP. We'll plant this up, then I'll come back through. I've got some brush hog trails that goes through some of these thickets to draw deer in, really easy travel routes, and I'll clean those up as well. But for now, we're at a point where we can leave this and see what the spy point is going to send us on our cell phone. So if you guys enjoyed this, this is very real. Brian is now filming with the cell phone because everything is dead, cards are full, everything's wet, and we like to be real with you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, comment down below, make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Until next time, have a better than average day. I did a lot of edge feathering, created a shooting lane. Brian talks funny when he works too long, and we had a massive rain shower come in here.